There's a lot of talk about what to take and not take when it comes to supplements during pregnancy. But what often gets missed and just not discussed enough is what to take in the postpartum phase. Even myself as a registered dietitian had to do some research to figure out what was best for my brain, my body, and my overall mental well-being. I know personally my biggest goal postpartum was to ensure that I was replenishing my nutrients so I had plenty to give myself and my baby, and to also make sure that I was safeguarding myself from postpartum depression, because I am personally very prone to anxiety and depression and mood fluctuations related to hormones. I want to make sure that I share this information with you because I know that this phase of life, this phase of postpartum, is really, really tough for all of us. Whether you're a brand new mom or you're a mom that is going through the first bout of postpartum depression, or you are changing jobs or working full-time at home or trying to juggle a job and being a full-time mom. It's a stressful time and I know exactly what you're going through. So please, please, please don't feel like you're in this alone. I am here with you, and so many other women out there on the internet and even in your home base are there with you and understand what you're going through. So don't go at this alone. If you have any questions about nutrition related to fertility, postpartum, pregnancy, or any other hormonal imbalances like PCOS, I am a registered dietitian nutritionist and I specialize in PCOS nutrition, insulin resistance, and I am currently diving deeper into pregnancy nutrition and postpartum nutrition and fitness. So let me know if you have any questions below and we will chat more about that in future videos. Everything that we talk about here today will be in the description below. I do have a few affiliate codes, but know that anything that I have an affiliate code for is something that I genuinely love. So it's there to save you a few bucks, and I do get a little bit of a commission, but it's always going to be something that I back as a registered dietitian and something that I would recommend my friends and family. The first thing that I'm taking that I'm really, really excited that I found is the Perelel Mom Multi-Pack. This is not only just a multivitamin, it also has multiple different supplements within it. But first we're going to talk about the multivitamin and why I really, really like Perelel's formula. Speak of the devil, we have a guest on my lap, and we also have the neighbor's dog that we're watching, so it's just a party in here. I'm doing my best. He sleeps best on my lap right now, so we're just gonna go with it. You might hear some coos and random sleep noises. One of the reasons why I really, really love the multivitamin in Perelel's Mom Multi-Pack is that every single ingredient is backed by science and backed by research for your unique needs in this phase of life. What I was particularly looking for in a multivitamin was, does it have an ample amount of B vitamins without having like an excessive amount? And does it have plenty of zinc, iron, and vitamin D? I was personally iron deficient while I was pregnant in the second and third trimester, so I know the chances of my iron being low are very high, so I wanted to have plenty in my multivitamin. Zinc is really important in wound healing and energy metabolism, which are both really relevant when you are postpartum, for obvious reasons, for the wound healing, and then also for energy metabolism because obviously your body is doing a lot more to provide for your baby if you're breastfeeding or pumping, and also to heal itself after you deliver a baby, because even if you aren't doing breastfeeding or pumping, you're still using a lot of energy to heal. D3 is really important for bone health, immune support. It's also really relevant in hormone metabolism as well, so I wanted to make sure that it had at least a little bit of D3, and if not, I was going to supplement beyond that. I was really surprised to see that Perelel's multivitamin had 2,000 IUs of vitamin D, but for me in particular, I am again prone to depression, prone to seasonal depression, and also have a history of an irregular cycle and acne. Just based on my symptoms, I've basically self-diagnosed myself with PCOS. But long story short, that's why I grabbed some extra vitamin D from Costco. This is a really good deal, by the way. I got 6,000 soft gels of 2,000 IUs for like $7. Crazy deal. But I am taking an extra 2,000 IUs with my Perelel supplement every single day. If you're not sure how much vitamin D you need or if you need it at all, you can get blood work done and see what your vitamin D levels look like, and then ask your doctor or dietitian what you need to bring those up. Most people are going to be safe with 2,000 IUs of vitamin D. In the studies too, it shows that vitamin D in normal, healthy people is good in upwards of 4,000 IUs, which means, in other words, if you don't have enough to get your blood work done, and that's just out of the question, you can take upwards of 4,000 and still be totally fine and not be at risk for going like excessively over in your vitamin D. Now let's talk about the other reason why I really like the Perelel multi-pack. It's because not only does it have a multivitamin that's really catered to you postpartum, it also has omega-3 DHA and EPA. It has a beauty blend that has biotin and collagen peptides, and I liked that it didn't have like a crazy excessive amount of biotin. I'm not sure why supplements that are for hair, skin, and nails always feel like they have to go to some exorbitant, insane amount of biotin, but this one has like just a normal human amount. 88% of your daily value. And then it also has a stress support blend, which is ashwagandha and L-Theanine, which are okay to take postpartum. And again, all of these things are tested specifically for this phase of life, so you know you're in good hands. If I didn't mention it before, Perelel is designed by a group of OBGYNs, so they know exactly what women need, and they have so many good supplements that are specifically catered to pregnancy, postpartum, and just they have a typical women's health multivitamin too if you're not in any of those phases. I love that this multi-pack has everything in one, so you don't have to like buy a bunch of separate supplements and then remember to take each one each day. And also if you go on vacation or something like that, then you have to take like 5 different bottles with you. I like that it's very simple and easy to remember and to take, which is very important with mom brain for sure. Omega-3 fatty acids are really good postpartum and honestly during pregnancy and otherwise because they are good for mood and brain health. They're also good for lowering inflammation, which is important if you are in recovery from childbirth. And honestly, a lot of women who have any kind of hormonal imbalance could benefit from omega-3 fatty acids because they are typically experiencing some form of inflammation in the body when you have hormonal imbalances. That's not a blanket statement, and I'm not saying that in like a woo-woo way. There is a lot of research on omega-3 fatty acids, but make sure you maybe ask your own dietitian or doctor if it would be beneficial for you, because again, I see so many different women that really can benefit from omega-3s. Depression and anxiety are at an all-time high in this day and age, so most people would benefit for that reason, and conditions like hypothyroidism and PCOS are often treated by treating inflammation among other things. So again, beneficial for quite a lot of women, a large majority. As for the beauty blend, even if you don't take this multi-pack and you want to take collagen in some other form, I highly recommend it postpartum because a lot of women experience shedding of the hair, and so they can lose a lot of hair postpartum. Collagen and zinc are really going to help with that. So again, even if you don't take the exact one that I take, I highly recommend getting a multivitamin that has plenty of zinc in it, and then also having a collagen peptide supplement on top of that so you can kind of mitigate some of this damage that can happen. I also know that like postpartum, the lack of sleep and the crazy amounts of like changes and stress that can happen can really impact your skin. I know it's been impacting my skin, so I just kind of want to safeguard that and feel my best and look my best, and just, you know, I'm 31 years old now, and I'm at a phase where I have to worry about that type of stuff. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but collagen peptides are a really good thing to help maintain your hair, skin, and nails health. And I know since I've been taking collagen, I feel like my nails are so much healthier than during pregnancy. I did not take or find Perelel until after I was done being pregnant, so in postpartum, and I wish I'd found them during pregnancy because oh my gosh, my nails suffered so much during pregnancy. They were so flimsy, and now they feel really strong. So I don't know if it's the biotin, the zinc, or the iron that was making my nails really flimsy during pregnancy, but definitely something to look out for. And again, Perelel has a really good multi for during pregnancy if you want to take something that's more catered to that phase. And then finally, the ashwagandha and the L-theanine are really good as stress busters because again, we are damn near losing our minds postpartum trying to juggle it all. So I really think having something for stress management is so important. L-theanine is an amino acid that helps promote relaxation, and ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb that helps kind of level out the body's stress. It can help reduce cortisol levels, which again, going to be real high postpartum. So I really love this multi-pack. Again, I cannot promote it enough. Right now I am waiting on approval for my affiliate account. So I don't have an affiliate code yet for Perelel, but I will drop it below if and when I get that approved. Perelel, hit me up because I love your stuff. The next thing that I'm taking that I'm really in love with and something that I recommend all of my PCOS clients take is Ovasitol. Ovasitol is a 40:1 ratio of Myo-inositol and D-chiro-inositol. It's hard to say. Inositol. I feel like I say it in a weird way. Myo and D-chiro-inositol. See, I can't say it right. But Ovasitol and other forms of Myo-inositol, this is just kind of the brand name that has been really popular and that I really love and back, that is clinically tested. You can pick a different kind, but I would just recommend that it is tested and backed by a GMP certification and NSF certified. This one is exactly that, so I trust it. It's a brand that I know and love, and it's one that I will continue to recommend for all of my PCOS and insulin resistant folks out there, anyone who's dealt with blood sugar issues, because it is so good for promoting insulin sensitivity, which is often the root of many blood sugar issues. If you guys have seen my video, that is actually one of my more popular videos on how I lost my period for 2 whole years after birth control. I wish I had this supplement back in those days because I think my cycle would have come back a lot more quickly and seamlessly, but definitely check out that video because it has a lot of good tips for cycle regulation. But again, I wish I had Ovasitol way sooner because it has so many different clinical studies to prove that it is good for fertility, cycle regulation, and overall hormone health. It's also really good to balance your blood sugar, which is so important in the postpartum phase because trust me, if like you're not to the postpartum phase yet and you're having your first kid soon, you're gonna understand what I mean when I say your hunger is absolutely off the charts. It's insane. Like hunger you've never experienced before. And the first and most important thing to do is eat enough and to make sure you're adequately having regular meals with carbs, fat, and protein. But sometimes you just need a little extra thing to curb those cravings, and Ovasitol is exactly what you need for that. And it's not anything weird like a fat burning pill or an appetite suppressant. It works for individuals who have any sort of insulin resistance or again, blood sugar imbalances. And it works because it promotes insulin sensitivity. So in other words, it helps insulin do its job better. When you eat food, it gets broken down into glucose and your body secretes insulin to help the glucose go from the bloodstream into the cells so you can have energy for your mind and your body. And when we have insulin resistance, insulin is not doing its job properly, so we can have extreme levels of hunger because of that. And you can also have a really difficult time losing abdominal weight because of high insulin levels in the bloodstream. And I do have a code for the Theralogics website for Ovasitol and any other supplement on Theralogics. I really love their brand because everything on their website is GMP certified and NSF approved. So it is all purity and quality tested, in other words. So if you use DBNUT, that is my code, and I think you get different percentages off depending on the thing that you get. But for Ovasitol, it's $14 off a 3-month supply. So it's actually a really good deal, even though it looks like a high price on their website. It'll last you forever. All right, and the final supplement that I'm taking postpartum for blood sugar regulation is my protein powder. Your protein needs are going to be a lot higher than normal, again, because you are healing your body in this phase, and also because your hunger is going to be totally unhinged. So you need to get that protein in there to balance out the carbohydrates in your diet, so your blood sugar is nice and steady throughout the day, not just crazy spikes and dips every time that you crave carbs and eat a bunch of carbs and then crash afterwards. My personal favorite protein powder is Orgain, and they have a really good vegan formula that I just love all of the flavors of. I have cookies and cream, vanilla, and chocolate in my pantry right now, and I also have their pre-made nutrition shakes, which come in really good handy when maybe you have a really quick morning and you need a snack and just want to pull a protein shake out of the fridge and enjoy it. And the protein powder I use for my overnight oatmeal, my regular hot oatmeal, and also things like smoothies and stuff like that. Basically, any time that I can integrate it into things, I will. Also, really good for protein pancakes and really good for protein muffins, which I'm currently getting in my meal prep era, so I'm gonna have more of those very, very soon. 2 scoops of Orgain protein has about 21 grams of protein, and then their shakes, depends on which one you get, can have anywhere from 16 grams to 30 grams of protein. Really easy to get your daily dose of protein. I aim for about 100 to 125 grams per day. It's gonna be different for each individual person, but you can imagine having at least like 1 scoop of protein powder or 2 per day really helps me to meet those needs without having to cook a bunch of chicken and fish and go nuts with that, because trust me, cooking is not the easiest thing to come by these days, so supplementing really helps. I'm considering taking more collagen peptides for like my morning coffee, but I haven't quite found a collagen peptide that I want to purchase yet. If you have any recommendations for me on ones that you like, make sure to drop them below. I might just try Orgain's, or I might try one from Thrive Market because I have a membership to Thrive, so we will see. I will keep you updated on which collagen that I prefer. Let me know what other questions you have. Drop them in the comment section below. Also, let me know what supplements you are taking in your postpartum era. That's what I'm going to refer to it as from now on. What supplements have helped you the most in your postpartum phase, and maybe even in pregnancy too? Maybe I'll have to do an updated video on what I'm going to be taking in my next pregnancy, whenever that is. Hopefully not too soon, but in the future. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in today's video. It's been honestly a little bit like lonely and tough to stay consistent with YouTube lately, but I'm really trying my best. And part of what helps me do that is when you ask specific questions that I can answer and talk about in a future video. That is one amazing thing that you could do to help this channel, and so I can help you even better in future videos. So drop your comments below, don't be shy, share with me what supplements you take, and I will leave a video right up here on the screen so you can click or tap your way through to continue hanging out with me here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.